we are just about to go down the bunker, and I won't be able to talk to you guys now, so I'm going to voice this over now from here on because I've got a mask on, so you guys won't be able to hear me very well. So yeah, beyond this door is the nuclear bunker. Unbelievable. I'll see you guys on the other side. Peace!
So guys, what you are looking at now is the original elevator shaft. Now this would have been the main access point in and out of the bunker. Also what you can see on the other side is a 50-foot ladder. Now that is the ladder we took to get down to the bottom. And guys, if you know me already, you know that I'm not very good with heights. So you can say I was a little bit nervous when I was standing on top and I was looking down. Let's just say I was probably holding on a little bit tighter than the other two that was with me. Actually going to jump out of my chest at this point. So after a very slow climb down, I finally made it. And let's just say it was definitely worth it. So guys, as you can see, I'm standing in the access tunnel leading down to the main bunker. And as you can see, it's a pretty spectacular tunnel. So this bunker was built in 1951 and took around 18 months to build. So the tunnel was built using the cut and cover method, which basically means digging out a big hole, building the structure within that hole, then covering the structure back over. Also, this tunnel has a radiant of 15 degrees, so at the end of the tunnel we're pretty deep underground. So believe it or not, this bunker did not have its own generators. It was powered by an external power supply. I don't know if you can see from this clip, the transformer actually had its own wheels, so if it needed changing or if there was something wrong with it and it needed repairing, they could just slide it out and it was just easier to work with, which I thought was pretty fascinating. So guys, we had finally made it to the entrance of the nuclear bunker and we was greeted by these huge blast doors. Now these blast doors were made from 1/2 inch thick steel, so they were built to withhold any damage from a nuclear attack. So this nuclear bunker has one long corridor with rooms coming off of it on each side. So when I filmed this video, it was on a super hot day, so it was really nice to be down here because the temperature down here was just so cool as we was underground. So the room you guys are looking at now was a general office room, and as you can see there is no floor. In 1967 there was a huge fire that caused a lot of damage in this bunker, and obviously the floor in this office room would be made of wood, so it would have just been burnt to a crisp. And as you can see, the scorch marks still remain on the walls. So we've made it to the boiler room now. Now, apart from this just being a boiler room, it was also used as a storage room. So you could imagine people would have been down this nuclear bunker for weeks on end. And you're going to want a large supply of food. So this room would have been used to store all the food, water, and everything else that you're going to need to survive down there. So we are now walking into the canteen area. Now this canteen area was split into two areas, one being used by the men and the other being used by the women. This side that we're on now was used by the women, and as you can see it is a fair sized room. So I'm just about to walk into the ladies' restroom, aye, and as you can see the walls are covered in either black mould or damage from the fire. That is why it is very important to wear masks when you go down into places like this, because you don't know what you are going to be breathing in. This place hasn't been open for such a long time, so there's going to be gases that have built up. It's just safe to wear a mask going down into a place like this. So here we have a little serving hatch where people would obviously go and collect their food, drinks, whatever was served in there. Oh, and look guys, we have a penis. Like I said before, everywhere that I go to explore, somebody has to graffiti a penis on the wall. Woo! Work of art that is, I tell ya. But yeah, this is a little serving area. So this switch here would have been turned to open different vents in the bunker. So obviously if you want more ventilation in, you turn it one way. If you want less ventilation in, you turn it the other way. So yeah, but I'm going to guess you'd probably want more ventilation in a place like this anyway, so... So we are on the other side of the canteen now. We are in the men's area of the canteen. And as you can see, the room is a little bit smaller than the women's side. And it doesn't have a toilet. there you can see it as a serving hatch, just like the women's side. So the men would collect their food this side. But yes, a little bit smaller. So guys, we are now in the plant room. Now this room was probably the most interesting room in the whole of the bunker, purely because all the machinery was still down here and it was in really good condition. So guys, I'm not going to lie to you, I don't really know a lot about electronics, but I was told that these are the ventilation motors, and what they're used for is for starting up the ventilation system. So this is where it all happens. It looks pretty impressive, but I wouldn't have a clue what I was looking at if I wasn't told. So anybody into electronics, this is definitely for you. This machine that I'm about to show you now is called a water bath filter, and basically what it does is it filters the air down in the bunker. So because you're down there for such a long time, the air becomes stale and like nasty. So what this does is it sprays water in the air and it filters it, and it causes all the particles in the air to drop to the floor. So you're not breathing in all this nasty air that gets built up down in the bunker. So we are now walking to the motor generator room, and it was used to power the radar system down in the bunker. It was also used to convert all forms of electricity into another form. So this bit of machinery that you're looking at now is a compression system, and what it did was it used to pump out all the sewage with compressed air. Now me and my mate didn't have a clue what it was used for, and when we was told we was pretty surprised. And apparently it's the same way that they do it on ships as well. So guys, this is as far as we can go. What you are looking at now is the other end of the nuclear bunker. This is the emergency exit. So in case there was an emergency and you can't get out the main entrance, this is where you would come and you'd get out another way. So the emergency exit actually did have another elevator shaft. So there would be an elevator leading up and you'd just get out another way if you can't get out the main entrance. So guys, that is the end of another explore. I just want to say a big thank you to Jonathan. Jonathan's the man that let us down into the bunker and told us all the information and history on this place. Now if you guys enjoyed this video, then hit the thumbs up. Let's see if we can get this video to 300 likes. So guys, I might sound like that I'm going on and just going over the top, but exploring this bunker has really made my year. As an explorer, when you've always wanted to explore somewhere, then you finally do it, it is just such a good feeling. And I can just say that this one is now ticked off the list. So guys, as always, thank you for all the support you've been giving me. I really appreciate it, and I cannot say it enough. And as always, carry on exploring, you beautiful people. And yes, that is that ladder again that I've got to climb all the way to the top. Woohoo! Fun, fun. See you guys later.